So my roommate and I came very close to getting into a physical fight the other day, and we kind of calmed down a little bit, but we were still arguing with each other. And he says, "I walked in on you in the bathroom and you were wiping standing up. That's weird. Nobody wipes standing up." And to me, that was a shock. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Nobody wipes standing up." And then we started arguing about something else, but it got me thinking. And so I looked it up online, and it said there were studies, and it's one of the studies was like 50% wipe standing up, 50% wipe standing down. Another one, it was like 46 stood up. Another one was like 38 stood up. So it looks like a little bit more people sit down than stand up, which kind of makes sense because I think probably all women stand up, and there's probably a percentage of men that sit. I mean, all women sit down and wipe, and there's a percentage of men that sit down as well. So they had a few little stories about people transitioning from standing to sitting, from being a stander to being a sitter. And, also the other way around. There was one guy who said that he tried standing up, but he decided to go with what he calls the George Washington. He propped one foot up on the toilet seat, and that's how he did it, kind of like George Washington crossing the Delaware. And another story about this guy, him and his buddies were all high in their room. Not in their room, in their apartment, wherever they live. And one of the guys walked in on a guy going to the bathroom, and he was wiping standing up. So he comes out to his other buddies. There was like 5 other guys in there. And he started laughing, and he said, "Hey, so-and-so's in there, and he's wiping standing up. Can you believe that?" And nobody laughed. Come to find out that he was the only one that wiped sitting down. Nobody else did. So he was kind of the weird one. But apparently a lot of people are really shocked when they find out that not everybody sits down or not everybody stands up, depending on what they do. So I've been asking everybody, and some people say sit down, some people stand up. One of my family members said they squat. They don't sit and they don't stand. They kind of squat. And the reason why they do that is because their arms aren't long enough to do it while sitting down. So they kind of just have to squat over the toilet. So I guess that's, another percentage. It's like 0.001% of the population maybe squat while wiping. But so yesterday morning when I was going to the bathroom, I decided to try it, because a lot of people were saying that, oh, it gets much cleaner when you do it while you're sitting. So I tried it, and it seems a little more efficient, because obviously, when you're standing, it's not like your cheeks lock shut when you stand. You could still wipe, but when you're sitting, you kind of, I guess you're supposed to lean up on one cheek, and it like spreads it wide for more efficiency. But I tried it, and like I said, a lot of people did the transition, or I don't even like using that word, or just changed from being a stander to a sitter. And even though I felt like it was a little bit more efficient, I didn't like it. I felt dainty sitting down, and I don't want to feel dainty. I just felt like maybe going and playing with some Barbies after that little thing I did, and I didn't like the feeling. So I think I'm gonna remain a stander. Anyway, that's the story, and my whole life never knew that a lot of people sit down. And people I ask, it's like were you taught to do this? It's like, no, it just came naturally. That's how it, I think, happened with me as well. Just, I don't remember anybody teaching me. I just stood up when I did it. Maybe I was just so hyper, you know. And then some people were saying in that website that, why stand up when you don't have to? So that could play a part too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.